how short of your breaths are like throughout the day. You
Mm-hmm.
don't really realize that, and when you do
Don't.
like deep breathing, you just like, wow.
You know what's crazy, Albert? Last, or no, not at the beginning of this year, 2020, I went to Perform Better, which is they're kind of like seminars that are put on by fitness industry leaders, and Dana Santos was there, and she's actually a breathing expert. And she was talking about how, the day-to-day normal human uses only their top part of their body when breathing. So they're only using like their top muscles, right? So we're
Hmm.
asking all these muscles to contract when we're like breathing, right? And so that's like over a bajillion muscles that we're asking to breathe. But if we're like deep breathing through our rib cage, right? And we're really like like grasping through that, dude, it makes a difference everywhere. Like it could heal like pain. It can help with, just being present. It can help with your performance as an athlete. It can help as your performance just as like a regular, person out and about. So it's crazy. If you guys get the chance, I would definitely look into Dana Santos because she's cool and does a lot of like mobility and breathing work.
So who inspires you to get this creative like mind going? Anybody in particular? Any like music that you're into? Any movies or film arts
Yeah,
that are
definitely.
inspirations to you?
I've definitely always been like larger than life, like dude, you can do so much in the world. And the people who uh, like energy attracts me is definitely my girl Rihanna. Dude, like her to see her journey alone, she grew up in Barbados and like just to see her evolution and her growth as a personal and on a professional level is so inspiring to me. So she definitely helps kind of like pave the way. Fashion sense, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, as even as my like, Latina entrepreneur sister, that's what I like to call her, dude. She's so amazing. I love her. She definitely helps to inspire just everything when it comes to like go big or go home. Movies. I'm really big into like the Marvel movies, like superheroes, like Iron Man, like the Avengers. It
Hmm.
stood all. I feel like they allow you to kind of just step outside of everyday reality. And I love that. Like, I love it when there's like a giant explosion scene or like, some crazy like wars going on, like an Infinity War or something like that. But those would be some of my main inspirations.
The action
Bad
movies.
Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny.
What is that? Is
Bad
that a
Bunny,
movie?
he's an icon in the Latino community. He's so amazing. He's a musician.
Oh, a musician.
Yeah, he's really cool. I definitely think you should. Yo creo sola. Mm.
Oh, cool.
I'll send you the link, Albert.
Yeah. Any creators that you draw inspiration from, other than J Lo and
Versace.
Versace?
Dude, work is phenomenal. And I'm currently watching the assassination of Versace, and that is crazy just to understand, what that plot is all about and how that happened. But I love watching it right now for like just the rooms that they have in there, the fashion, the decor, the styles, and it's really cool to see how they started as a brand too and how they've evolved. Banksy's always kind of cool too,
Yeah,
that like artwork.
where he
Um,
shredded the art piece halfway through.
yeah, and then
That was kind of crazy.
he puts up like random art. It's like, dude, that's what it's about though. It's like, dude, don't follow social construct or norms. Like, do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Do what you
Banksy's
want to
cool.
do.
Banksy's cool. My favorite story from him is he was like in I think he was in New York, and he was selling like art for like people just thought he was just a regular like it's this fake Banksy art,
Right. No one
and
believed him.
because people have like replicas all the time,
Right.
and people were like, okay, I'll just buy it for like $10, and then the people who did buy it that day had like legit Banksy art, and it was worth like it was super valuable.
How amazing
So
is that?
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to like see some of his artwork up in person.
Hmm. Have you heard of Mr. Doodle?
I have not. Who's that?
You need to look at Mr. Doodle. He's pretty
Send the
cool.
link.
Yeah, Mr. Doodle. He's like he just doodles basically, and it's a very distinct um, like art form,
Hmm.
and he actually had his first collab with Puma, so he has like clothes and his shoes has his art on there. So yeah, definitely check out
Mr. Doodle. I'm
Mr.
excited.
Doodle.
It
Yeah.
reminds me, I feel like it's that episode of SpongeBob, where he's like trying to write an essay and he creates his little doodle
Oh yeah.
that starts
Yeah.
like erasing the whole show or the whole episode.
Doodle
That's what I
Bob.
think of. Doodle Bob!
Yeah.
I
Mr.
love that.
Doodle's cool because he started out super simple too. Like there was a video of him like trying to sell his art for $1, and then just year after year, he just got a lot of attention. I think he had a Puma collaboration. He had a Gucci. I think he had a Gucci collaboration. No, it was Gucci or Louis Vuitton. It was a designer brand that worked with him, and yeah, basically he sold a piece of art for like $1 million in Tokyo like last month. So he's definitely just keeps growing and growing.
It's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that.
from $1 to $1 million. So
I mean, that's how it happens, right? You have to start
yeah,
somewhere.
just little by little.
Oh, that's cool artwork. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Mr. Doodle.
He really is just doodling.
Hmm.
It's awesome.
So I have another question. Why did you get interested in all of these projects? I think you kind of answered that, but because it's kind of a lot. Like, how do you manage all of these things?
You're right. It is kind of a lot at times. Like I mentioned, they're all ideas that came to me, and I was like, I understand. I'm all about delayed gratification, so let's start planting these little seeds here and there, and see what happens. See what evolves out of my life, and what skills I end up getting to help nourish and grow these projects that I'm starting. And that's kind of how I manage it. It's kind of like if I wake up and I know that I am not feeling it, that's okay. I am so okay with that. I will gladly go to the park and read my book or hang out on my hammock all day. If that is what my body needs, I will listen to my body. Now, on the other side, today I've been up since 9 and I'm still working. You get me? My body wants to naturally create. So I really just go with the flow of my life. My main focus right now is having and feeding those good relationships in my life, which involves with my family and my friends. And, they come first. So I know that if I start finding myself oh, I can't sit in on game night, or I can't watch a movie with you guys tonight because I have so much stuff going on, that for me is a red flag. No, dude, chill. It's not that important, spend quality time with your family, which is another way that helps me to manage all my projects, where it's kind of it's not my top priority. It's a big part of my life, but it's not my top priority.
Hmm. Just get a good work-life balance.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to enjoy my life, I
yeah.
love living my life. I wake up every morning, I meditate, I stretch, I drink my coffee, have a
Hmm.
great breakfast. I'm not trying to interrupt my flow.
Nice. Coffee recommendations for the people?
I love coffee. Honestly, everyone's so different. Personally, my favorite cup of coffee is going to be a dark roast with, right now I'm doing dark roast with coconut milk, but 100% coconut milk, so it's a lot thicker than, any of the
Hmm.
carton coconut milks. And oh, it's so amazing. It's creamy, it's good.
Like the coconut milk in the can where it's still solid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's my life right now. But, if you're looking, my nutrition coach part is going to come out right now because it helps my clients tremendously. If you're looking to add more protein in your life, coffee, Premier Protein, adding it into your coffee is a great, great, great resource. One of the Premier Protein bottles is like 30 grams of protein. So that's pretty good.
Hmm.
If you're looking for nutritional coffee, if you're looking for taste, just watch out on the sugar with the creamer, but do what makes you happy, because your cup of coffee is your cup of coffee.
I think you just have to account like a little bit of like happiness for your day, because if you just had like such a strict diet, I mean, it's still
Yeah.
important to diet, but you have to like if you're over by like a gram, it's not the end of the world.
No,
And
and that's something
yeah.
big that we talk about in, at least in my world, like hashtag end diet culture. Like
Hmm.
when my clients come to me and they start asking me about like counting macros or trying to be diligent on a diet, like it really comes from, okay,
It's still
why?
important. It's still important, but you just have to like just balance everything, you know?
Exactly. And understanding like why. Why do you want
Yeah.
to do that? A lot of
Hmm.
times, dude, it comes back to society. Like you think you have to look a certain way, or you think you have to like, you hit a certain age, you should
Hmm.
be functioning some type of way. But dude, everybody is different, so everybody's coffee should also be
Yeah.
different. But yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah. Everybody learns different at different speeds. Everybody is different.
That's
It's
why diets do not work.
Yeah. There's no one size fits all
There is not.
approach. I think the best diet you can do is like a diet that I mean that you like figure out, you know, and you don't if you don't know that you're on a diet, it just feels good, you know. You're still maintaining like your health and can do whatever you need to while still achieving your goals.
I think you're like right on. Like food really comes to how do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you feel happy or do you feel deprived? Do you feel full or do you feel like food coma?
Hmm.
Like what's going on, right? Food, man, food is fuel, guys. Food is fuel.
It's important, yeah. And you can't just beat up yourself over like if you want to go to In and Out or something, you just can't like you're like I feel so terrible because I had In and Out today, and I don't know, people are too hard on themselves sometimes.
Diet culture,
So
no, definitely. It's so surreal. And that's why when I first did this intro, I am
hmm.
on a mission to help people build a healthy relationship with food because it's not, oh, I'm not going to ever eat these cookies anymore. I'm not going to ever
Hmm.
go to In and Out anymore. It's, I'm going to go to In and Out and I'm going to enjoy it. And it's
Hmm.
going to make me feel so good. And I'm probably going to hang out with really cool friends who are going to like make my life so much better. Right. And it's like having that mind shift switch of, you know what, food is my friend and I can eat what I want.
Just
How
like
do I
portioned,
feel?
yeah,
How do I feel when I eat this? You might
yeah,
not want to eat In and Out breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days in a row because you're
yeah.
not going to feel the best, but you might want to eat it Saturday for lunch because you're hanging out with your family and that sounds like a
Hmm.
good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely that again with the balance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, In and Out's important.
And now save In and Out, man.
Yeah.
Did you hear they built one in Eureka?
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard it went crazy. Like the line was like opening day. I heard a lot of people just went. So
So I was actually in town and they weren't open yet, but it was already
it was
built and
like
I
a
was
day.
so bummed.
Ah,
Yeah. I was like, dude, that
dang.
would be cool.
Get the In and Out Humboldt shirt. That would have been
Yeah, for
cool.
those of you who don't know, Albert and I met in college, Humboldt State, and there was no In and Out or any type of like
Yeah,
corporate restaurant.
yeah. It's pretty small.
Good times, good times.
Yeah, it was good times. So what else do we have on this list of questions? Yeah, the proper and full name, Lemondrop Nutrition, right?
Yes, sir. LLC baby.
Headquartered at.
Santa Clarita, California.
It's pretty smoky down there, right? Because of the fires.
Yeah, it's crazy. I woke up yesterday. I came out of my room and I was like, what is going on? And then this morning it was like cold.
Hmm.
Um, the air quality wasn't as bad as it was the day prior, but yeah, it's been really real down here. So pray for SoCal.
Just all of California.
Honestly, yeah, all
Like
of it.
Humboldt, even Willits, they had to evacuate because the fire was just.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And we see this pattern like continuing to happen and grow. Like last year, we ended up getting evicted, and there's all these different things that are
Hmm.
happening. And my sister and I were talking in our family that sooner or later we're gonna have to become like